Hello and thanks for joining me. Well, today we're going to work on my CNC wood lathe a little more. There's two things that have really been bothering me is the dust collection and the cutter profile. And I've come up with a good cutter profile, but it's extremely difficult to make and grind and sharpen. And I'd like to come up with something better. And I've been communicating with some of my viewers. Dave in Australia has kind of pushed me in the right direction, and I got an idea how to solve the cutter issue. The dust collection, it's okay, but we'll address more of that later. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. Okay, this is my tool post here, and let's take a closer look at the cutter. Basically, camera can't focus on it very good. It's a dip. I made it with a diamond burr and then ground a profile around the outside edge. And really what I was trying to achieve is just a round profile. I found this one, it's made out of carbide. It's a little bit too big in diameter, and it's not really got an aggressive enough back rake for good wood cutting. Plus high-speed steel is just sharper. So this tool has been doing a lot better than this one. But that is really difficult to sharpen. So I've come up with a solution to this, I hope. I'll show you what that is. I'm using a 3/16 drill, and I'm going to cut a dish-shaped profile in the end of it. Now I've got my compound set at set for threading, 29.5. So that's the angle I'm going to use if I need to. If it doesn't work good, I'll try some other angles. I'm using a boring bar. And I'm using my compound to make the moves. Okay, I've changed tools, and I'm going to give myself a little bit of front rake. I guess what you would call what I just did is top rake, and this is a front rake. Got a diamond stone here. I'm just going to kind of hone the surface of that. Here's what I got. Okay, I've got a piece of 3/8 steel here, which I'm going to make my tool holder out of. And my tool post is set up where the top of this 1/4 inch is on center on my lathe, center height. So I'm going to shape this into a tool holder. I'll show you what I'm going to do here. And then, let's see. Okay, so I need to waste away this. And then cut this. And my drill will be held right there. I probably should have milled this while I had the full width before I cut this out. But I think it'll hold, and it's not critical. Yeah, that almost fits. That's kind of weak right there, but I'm going to use that right there to support my tool holder. Need to mill just a little bit more off of that. I think that'll work okay. I may end up knocking the corner off of that because a larger diameter stock might run into it. I'll cut that drill off later, but it doesn't hurt anything the way it is. Okay, this will work for a prototype, but I should have made this hang down about that far so that I could turn something larger without it hitting right there. But it'll be good for a test. Ah, boy. It's hitting on that set screw there, so it's not hitting the cutter. Well, it is hitting both. I'm going to take that top set screw out of there just for a test. Then I'll have to remake that at some point. Remake that lower. Could put a shorter set screw in there, that's what I'll do. That'll work, at least for this diameter. Oh yeah. Same problem there. The side of my tool is hitting. So I'm going to have to make this tool probably at least a ½ inch lower and have this just sticking up. Hopefully that'll be solid enough, but let's just experiment a little bit with this without going into a recess like that and see how smooth it cuts. Well, if you look at the finish on that and compare it to right in there, this is quite a bit better actually. I'm very pleased with that. And I think I can modify this cutter without making a new one and just drop it down to one set screw rather than two set screws holding it. Let's try that. I think that will be adequate to clear most of what I'm turning. Okay, I'm going to have to turn that down so there's a little bit of relief right there, because when I'm deep in the cut, that was that whining noise you heard. It rubs on the side right there. But other than that, it works outstanding. I like it. Anyway, that about wraps it up for today, and thanks for joining me, and be sure and subscribe and ring that bell.